I'm Ivy. And here's my topic, investigation of consumers' conceptions on green products. And my advisors are Chen Yueqin and Li Yanxin. And here's my content, introduction, neutral review methodology. Introduction. In this part, I will talk about my research background, gap, and purpose and research questions. I have 7 research questions. First, background. Western studies have evidence that consumers in the USA and Western Europe are growing more environmentally conscious. And this green consumerism has started to extend to the Asian region. After that, here's the gap. Although having a lot of related studies about the relationship between environmental protection and consumers' purchasing behavior, there are few studies focused on consumers in central Taiwan. So, the purpose of this study. Here's the first purpose of this study is trying to investigate whether government policy will affect consumers to make decisions on buying green products. The second purpose of this study is to investigate whether consumers' environmental concern will affect consumers to make decisions on buying green products. The third purpose of this study is to investigate whether green purchase avenue will affect consumers to make decisions on buying green products. The fourth purpose of this study is to investigate whether green advertisement will affect consumers to make decisions on buying green products. And here's my research questions. I have 7 research questions. The first one, will the environmental concern affect consumers' green purchase avenue? Question 2, will the environmental concern affect consumers' green purchasing? Question 3, will the environmental concern affect the green advertisements? Question 4. Will the environmental concern affect consumers towards government policy? Question 5. Will the green purchase active affect consumers' green purchasing? Question 6. Will the green advertisement affect consumers' green purchasing? Question 7. Will the government policy affect consumers' green purchasing? So, and here's my literature review. In this part, I will talk about my variables, hypotheses, and my research framework. Environmental concern. In 2005, says that environmental concern is an affective attribute that can represent a person's worries, compassion, likes, and dislike about the environment. And three researchers mentioned in 2010 and 1997 says that many researchers assume that people with high levels of environmental concern are more likely to exhibit environmentally conscious consumers' behavior. And John and Paul 2004 says that green marketing that has been widely developed to satisfy green needs of consumers is a new area in the marketing field. And green marketing or green environmental marketing is an action intended to replace current needs and wants with minimal harmful impact on our environment. And environmental advertisement help to form us consumers' values and translate these values into the purchase of green products, said by Baldwin 1993. And government policy. In order to encourage consumers to purchase green products, government plays a major leading role. And encouraging consumers to purchase green products. The government offers a subsidized amount while consumers buy green products. For example, in this year, our government says that if we buy green products, we can get about 1,000 subsidized amount.
Really?
Yeah. And Green Purchase Attitude. Attitude is a psychological tendency produced by learning, and this tendency is a permanent evaluation towards certain objects. And Motorsport 2007 says that the consumer's attitude have also been used in past studies to predict energy conservation and ecologically conscious purchase and use of products. And here's my research framework. And I will talk about my 7 hypotheses. The first hypothesis: a significant and positive relationship exists between environmental concern and green purchase attitude. A significant and positive relationship exists between environmental concern and consumers' green purchasing. Hypothesis 3. A significant and positive relationship exists between environmental concern and green advertisements. Hypothesis 4. A significant and positive relationship exists between environmental concern and government policy. Hypothesis 5. A significant and positive relationship exists between green purchase attitude and consumers' green purchasing. Hypothesis 6. A significant and positive relationship exists between green advertisements and consumers' green purchasing. Hypothesis 7. A significant and positive relationship exists between government policy and consumers' green purchasing. And methodology part. In this part, I will talk about my samples and my procedure and statistical analysis used at my questionnaire. My participants will be around 400 people in central Taiwan, and such site will be Chaoyang University and the company in Taichung and Zhanghua. And data collection will be used structural questionnaire. And each questionnaire will take about 30 minutes to complete. And duration of data collection will be 2 months. I will deliver my questionnaires on January 4, 2014. And my structure questionnaire will contain 4 parts. The first part will be demographic characteristics. The part 2, perception of environmental advertising. The part 3, perception of environmental concern. Part 4, consumers' purchase attitude. I will use 5-point scale. 1 means strongly disagree, 5 means strongly agree. And I will use descriptive statistics and vector analysis. And here's my questions. Part 1, I will ask their personal information like gender, age, education, monthly disabled income. And part 2, this part adapted from Chen 2004, Tan and Cha 2007, Tan 2007. This part will ask their perception toward environmental advertising. Questions like the content of environmental advertisements are of vital relevance to daily life. And part 3, this part adapted from Chen 2001, Lee 2007, Motors 2007. This part, questions like humans are severely abusing the environment. And the next part will ask their purchase attitude. This part adapted from Chen 2001, Lee 2007, Motors 2007 questionnaire. Questions like purchasing drink is a good idea. And thank you.
Very good. Thank you.